Due to recent occurrences, I decided to make this video about narcissistic awareness. Quick facts: 5 to 10% of population are narcissists, but almost 0% are diagnosed. So nobody is diagnosed, all right, due to different reasons. But yeah, it's very hard to diagnose a narcissist, and the narcissist has to agree and undergo a diagnosis procedure that only a licensed therapist can undergo with the narcissist, and even then it is hard to diagnose a narcissist. But it doesn't matter whether they are diagnosed or not. Their behavior is all that matters. And when you confront a narcissist with his behavior, you make them responsible, and you suggest, by speaking out what they do, by describing their behavior, they will victim blame and generalize. Which means victim blaming will mean they will say, you are responsible for what happened because you said this or that. You said something, you did something, and this justifies everything that followed, okay? So the narcissist will not take responsibility for what happened and say, all right, I behaved in an unmoral, unethical, unacceptable way. No, he will say, you said something, you did something, and this is why it was okay what happened. And they will generalize, which means first you have to understand that narcissists always come in packs. They come in a group, a mini cult, a structure around the narcissist. There will be a head, and the head narcissist will have a structure around him consisting out of a high percentage of other narcissists, but also other people, and every one of them will have his own mission, and they are all yes sayers. Okay, yes. And this makes it easy for the narcissist to generalize, because if you confront all of them and say it's not acceptable what you do because you're one structure, one abusive structure with the only goal to extract narcissistic supply. And you as an individual, you standing against more bodies. But these are no individuals, these are one individual, not even an individual. These are extensions of the one narcissistic head, in my opinion. But I cannot diagnose the narcissist, and I am not here to speak the absolute truth about everybody, okay? I just describe a pattern that I have observed and studied, okay? And so all these people are extensions of the head narcissist, and each one has its own mission. And when you speak out against this behavior, what is happening there, the narcissist will try to involve as many people as possible, and then he will easily generalize it. He will say, all right, you have a problem with this individual, and with this person. You must have a problem. If you have a problem with all these good people here, there must be something wrong with you, okay? And this means generalizing, all right? Yeah. Okay. So the narcissist will victim blame and generalize when you confront them with what they do. And this is quite effective in our society and in our system, because the picture that the narcissists the structure will create to the outside, of course it's solid, and you know, if you have the insides and you know, the mental abuse, and I mean the subtle way of the mental things happening, and the behavior and the sickness of this structure from the outside, of course you don't see it, but I mean it shows if you look at the biography of the persons who are involved, if you look at the family structure, if you look in the way they have relationships in the past, how everything developed, and you describe the behavior in private situations. But I made so many videos about this. You cannot get an insight of the mini cult of the structure, because as soon as an observer, an independent observer from the outside comes, the narcissist switch to a different face. A different face. You know, they always have different faces. Yeah. And each one in the cult has his role to, you know, it adds to the faces of the narcissist, because each one represents an extension of the leaders, of the cult leaders. And no one can see through this except of the super empath. Yeah, people, it's all good. You just don't walk around and say, oh, this is a narcissist, this is a... No. You can describe their behavior, you can see through it, you can understand it, and you can make them, you know, accountable, responsible for what they do, and they will generalize it, and they will victim blame you, and that's all fine, man. It's just part of the game. It just means that you are right. They will admit to be narcissists by doing this. They will say, well, you are not allowed to diagnose me, but I will generalize, and I will victim blame. So yeah, basically I'm a narcissist. That's what they will say to you as a reply. Okay, thank you, but I'm not saying you're a narcissist. I'm just describing what you... People, it's so childish at times, right? Man, I didn't sign up for this, y'all. But just leave me alone, right? Yeah. Where do I go? This way. No, this way. No, this way. This way. All right. People, stay out of this. Stay out of the cult. Just see through it, understand it, educate yourself. I say there is reactive education. There's reactive abuse. But keep on moving. Keep on moving. Don't stay anywhere, because people who encounter narcissists, they can end up being indistinguishable of a narcissist, so they can become like a narcissist too. They can become broken people. They can be on the ground, laying flat, just, I don't know how even to describe it, and I don't have to label it and say, this is a narcissist, this is a covert narcissist, this is a... People, get out of it. Get out of it. Stay out of it. Educate yourself. Reactive education, man. I did never want to know about this, but I had to understand it in order to get out, in order to understand, in order to overcome, and keep on moving. Keep on moving away. Get away. Get away. Get out. Go your own way. Go your own way. Pursue positive goals. Narcissists, they just run away from themselves, but you pursue positive goals. And you know what I wanted to say is, if you encounter these people, if you long time have to, you know, if you're deep into the swamp, it's hard to get out. But people end up as, again, narcissists, as victims, as broken people, or they do reactive education about it. They do reactively abuse in order to get the distance, the necessary distance, because these people will never leave you alone if you're not, you know, give them some of the medicine they prepared for you. And then you get out. But then remember who you are, man. Yeah. Positive vibration, yeah.